Right. Good evening to you all. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Right. Okay. Here we are going to start the fourth session of the educational technology subject, right? Okay. Today's topic is multimedia in education. The way of conducting the lecture that's similar to what we did in the last three sessions also. Presentation and the note reading resource. All the material already uploaded to your Google Classroom of the last three sessions. Right, you can download this material from there. Right, if you are not still joined with the Google Classroom, then again I can give the link. Through the link, you can join with the Google Classroom. Right, today's not also available in the Google Classroom. Only the presentation is not available after the session. Here today, I am upload the presentation also. Right, I think time to start the session. There's still, I think, only 10 students is there. First, I am sharing the link, presentation link. All the links available in the chat box. Right now, the link is available in the chat box. Please click on the link. Right, by clicking the link, you can you can join with the presentation. Right, take 1 minute to join the presentation. If you are late, then please message me to send the link again. Right, those who are late, then not displayed the link already in the chat box. Therefore, again, I have to put the link in the chat box. Therefore, if you are late, then please ask me, send a message. Right. Still, three of you are joined. What happened to others? Right. Here in the Zoom class, 15 of you are, right? 15 students in the Zoom class. Right. Okay. Now seven of you joined the presentation. Therefore, I'm going to start the session. Right. The today's topic is multimedia in education. Right. That last for three sessions, we discussed about the technology, how the technology you can integrate with the teaching and learning process. The last time we identified this teaching and learning process as a system. Right. From today onwards, we are going to discuss about how creating digital teaching and learning aids, right? What are the tools available to create such kind of teaching and learning tools, right? That mainly whatever the activities, so teaching aids, you are creating through the digital aids. So these tools, it should be interactive. That's the specific feature of the digital teaching aids. Right, that multimedia is one aspect, multimedia in education. Actually, the multimedia is a combination of things, that items that we are going to learn. What are the items of these things and how you can arrange these things in the various types of digital aids, digital teaching and learning aids. Right, these aids maybe your presentation or video clip, right? Or any other type of quizzes, right? That kind of these things that later will learn what are the digital teaching learning and aids, right? That whatever the things, whatever the digital aids you are going to create, it should be consist of this multimedia content, right? Therefore, the first we need to identify what are the multimedia content. What are the multimedia content you can use for develop your teaching and learning aids, right? That's the purpose of learning multimedia as a separate session today. Right, move to second slide. Here, right. Here the overview, presentation overview, that here the first we are going to identify a definition for the multimedia. Then a specific theory. We are going to focus on a specific theory called cognitive theory of multimedia learning. That the person that killed the psychologist called the Mayer's theory. It's also known as Mayer's theory, right? She present a theory regarding the multimedia, right? That we should want to get idea about what is this theory. Then toolkits, right? What are the tools you can available you can use to create digital aids, right? That this session, that later in this session, I am going to introduce some useful toolkit that can be used to create the teaching and learning aids. Right, before that, we want to get idea about what is multimedia. Then we can use this multimedia in the specific tools. Right, here today I am expect to introduce two uh, multimedia two tools that can be available, that can be used to create the digital aids. Right. Next slide. Here, the definition of multimedia. Right. Try to identify the definition. Right. Multimedia components. Actually, this definition says the multimedia is a, collection of some items or components. Right. That first we want to identify these components. There are 5 or 6 components here. The first one is the text. Right. Whatever the digital or teaching learning aids you are going to create through the slide presentation or video clip, that one particular thing is it should have a text. Text is the first multimedia content you are considering, right? The text is very useful. We are normally use this text to giving ideas, right? You can give your idea through the text, right? That text provide precise information, labels, context, and context. In education, digital text is dynamic, allowing for hyperlinks to additional resources. Right? That it is called as the dynamic. The dynamic mean it's changing. If you can, the text normally you can, that digital text you can clickable, you can click it. Once you click, then it will open another slide or another digital media, right? That feature is called the dynamic, right? uh, this text you can convert this clickable things, that after converting this clickable text, it is called as the hyperlinks. Normally hyperlinks you can find in the internet or websites, web links, right? That similar type of hyperlinks you can add for the slides also. Right, that's about the text, that first component you are focusing on. Here, the educational benefit you can find at the bottom, the second point, when used sparingly alongside visuals, it reinforces terminology without causing cognitive overload. Right, actually, the text you want to use without causing the cognitive overload. Right, sometimes that if you are trying to put the text in the whole slide, right, it is not the very useful, right? Therefore, we should want, when we are using the text, right, we want to focus on reducing the cognitive overload also, right? Then move to the second component. The first one is the text. Second component, audio, right? Multimedia component, that audio. That audio mean that without visuals, right? Without visual, you can insert audio clips. Right? These audio clips may be your voice or any other clips you can download in the internet, right? Without visuals. Here, the specific feature is without visuals. That audio are very important. That sometimes you can add this audio to your slides. It is support your student understand, right? That's as a description. As a description, you can add your own voice, right? That later I will show how to add your own voice for some specific digital aids through the that later I will explain that. Until that, remember audio other clips that it may be your own voice or any other voices from the internet. Right. It is very useful to describe the things. Right. Describe the things. Right. Then move to the third one, multimedia components. The third one, static image. Right, static image, that images that already you know what is image to describe the things. Normally we are using diagrams or images that student point of view, they can easily understand. Right, what we what we are trying to give in through the text, then the students easily understood what we are giving through the images. The images also two types, the static and dynamic. That earlier we identified dynamic text, like that dynamic images also there. The next point is dynamic images. Before that, in this case, this slide explained about the static images that don't change anything. That just like image you traditionally see, right? The image you can see in the slide also, right? Here the labels are available. Then some colors is there. Like that, the normal image, right? You can't do anything with the image. You can't click on it, right? Don't any changes there, right? Just a simple image that is called the static one, right? Then next point, look at the motion media. Another, that fourth one, the motion media mean the images with animation, right? Or text or images with animation. Another way of explain the things, right? You can explain the very complex concept easily through using the animation. Right? Most of the multimedia tools in the internet or online or offline, the one of the main facility is giving animation. Right? Through that you can add animation, moving. Right? The things you can show as moving. That's called the animation. Right. That's the fourth one. Then next one, multimedia component, interaction. Right. Actually, interaction is a process than component. Whatever the digital aids you are created, it should have the feature called interactive that earlier I mentioned it. Interactive features. You can add these interactive features by adding drag and drop activities or drag and drop boxes, buttons, like that. Right? These buttons, drag and drop boxes help you to convert your digital aids into interactive. Right. Later also I'm showing how to add these kind of buttons, so drag and drop activities through to your digital aids. Right. That one asks, did send the link today? Yes, the two times I sent the already sent the link. However, I am send it again now. Those who are joined now, then you can join with the presentation by clicking the link just I posted there in your chat box, right? Right. We are discussing about the interaction. That interaction feature you can add using buttons or drag and drop activities. Right. Here the advantage is immediate feedback. Because of this button, your student maybe once you click the button, right? Your students interactively can involve with your digital tool, right? That once you click the button, that immediately they can get the result, right? Immediate feedback. That's the big advantage adding interactive to your multimedia or digital aids. Right. Here, remember that we are discussing about developing the teaching and learning aid based on the digital aids. Right. Well, if you are designing this digital aid, then you have to get the support of multimedia content. That's the combination of multimedia content. Right now, you identify five or four types of multimedia content: text, images, audio. Right. In addition to that, there are many types of multimedia content. You can add this content to your digital presentation or digital aids. Right. Another useful one is actually in the presentation, not mentioned it, videos. Right. Videos also considered as the multimedia content. That the presentation focus on the audio, right? Video also, that through the video you can use the visual things, right? That moving visual things through the video. That also help to things given very simply. Simple, that very complex one you can give it in simple, right? Then move to a next slide. Actually, the next slide is the activity. Right, I am allocate 5 minutes to complete this activity. Try to find the answers. One word answer. Right, one word answer. Do not write long answers for this question. Try to find the one word. Right. You can answer through your presentation. There's a separate box available on your presentation slide to write down the answers. Put your name, first put your name, then write down the question number and write the answer. Right. 5 minutes, take 5 minutes to complete. Right. I think the time is okay for this activity. Before showing your responses, first discuss the answers. First one, what is considered the fundamental building blocks of multimedia? What's the fundamental one? Hmm. Right. Look at some answers also. Yes. Here, no name. That first, I'm asked you to enter your name. Please write down your name. Number one, the answer is correct. Text, right? Text is the fundamental building blocks. Then second one, which auditory components include spoken, narration, music, and sound effect? Right? Spoken narration, music, and sound effect. Right here, no visuals. Then which auditory components? Yes, audio. Right? It should be audio for the answer for the second question. Right. Then look at the third one, which specific brain channel process the spoken word. Right. Here that next slide under the theory that earlier I mentioned, I am going to discuss one theory, multimedia theory. It discussed about the two channels, right? Two channels that taken the input to your brain, right? One is that here auditory channel, right? Which specific brain channel process the spoken word mean no visuals again. That mean uh, the brain try to get the information without visuals through the sound. Therefore, the channel should be auditory. Right? Here, the answer is correct. Auditory channel. What term is used to describe image that help students create mental pictures of information? Mental pictures of information, static image, right? Not actually the answer static image. That if you are focus the slides very carefully, then you can get the answer, right? Look at the slide again for that part, static image, right? The answer is available in this slide. Encompassing photographs, charts, diagram. These image types here, giving some image types, photograph, charts, diagrams. All of these components are under static image. Right. This helps student what? Dual code information by creating mental pictures. Right. By creating mental pictures. Then what is called that? Dual code. Therefore, the answer should be here, the dual code. Is it clear that point? But I assume that all of you are okay and clear what I'm talking about here. Right? I assume that all of you are okay, right? That if you are having any trouble or any issues, then you can ask. And then look at the next question. Static images provide partial. What to help show complex structures? Number five, the answer should be clarity, right? Not motion media. It should be clarity. Static images provides partial. What to help show complex structures, right? Complex structures, that clarity, it should be the clearly that they can understand through the static images, right? uh, Spatially they can understand through the static images of the complex structures, right? Therefore, the answer should be the clarity. Number 6, beside video, what other motion media component help demonstrate process over time? Right. The next is easy one. Number 6, animation. Animation is the correct. That other media we are considered as a motion media, that is called the animation. Then motion media, that's another way of referencing the animation, right? Motion media. Number 7, what do button and drag and drop activities shift a student from being an observer to, right? Observer to, then look at your answer. Interaction, actually the answer should be the participants, right? Observer to participants through the drag and drop or button activities. Number 8, interactive media provide immediate what to help strengthen retention. Immediate what? Immediate feedback. Yes, it's correct. Right. These are the answer for these questions. Then look at first class answer here. Text, audio, auditory, visuals. Number 5, number 4, dual code. It should be dual code. Number 5, clarity. Number 6, animation. Okay. Number 7, participants. Okay. Number 8, feedback. Right. In that way, you have to give the answers. If you are not correct, then you can take a screenshot of here or you can write down the answers. Right. Now I am moving to the next slide. Here now I am finished this activity here. Then looking at the next slide. Right here, I am going to discuss about the comparison here, traditional versus multimedia. Right. Then try to compare the traditional classroom, that means the passive classroom, right? The traditional classroom, also known as the passive. Then look at the environment. When consider the environment, normally muted, no one discuss with the teacher or the peers, dim colors, normally that dark environment there, dim colors reflecting lack of energy. That in the student point of view, they are not normally argue with the teacher or peers. Right? That's the feature of the passive classroom in the environment. Then pedagogy, right? Normally the pedagogy means the way of teaching, doing assessment, right? That kind of thing. Normally the pedagogy is teacher centered. Teacher writes linear text on the chalkboard while students sit in isolated rows. Right? That's the traditionally what happened, no passive classroom. Then engagement, student dejected and bored, transcribing notes by hand. This one way flow leads to disengagement. Right? That's the way of doing engagement in the traditional classroom. The teacher teach everything with the chalkboard, and student point of view, they are write down. So whatever the content in the chalkboard, then they are get a photocopy. They write down, right? Write down whatever in the chalkboard in the notes, right? No question, no argument, uh, actually no engagement there, right? That's the features of the passive. Then look at the modern classroom or multimedia based classroom. Environment vibrant and flooded with light, energy and inclusion, right? That somewhat light uh, classroom or vibrant and flooded with light. Then pedagogy, uh, teacher as a facilitator. That's the very important. Once you're using the technology or multimedia classroom, in that case, the teacher role is giving facilities, right? The student want to find something, then teacher should direct them the places where how these particular things find. Right. Teacher as a facilitator using massive touch screens and interactive models. Right. That's very important. In a multimedia classroom, the teacher role as a facilitator. Teacher not going always to teach them, always ask to find the things from the students, right? Then look at the engagement. Student clustered in collaborative groups using tablet, VR headset to explore. Right? That another important feature under engagement. Always students are discuss with each other. Right? They are doing the group work. They are always trying to argue with the teacher. Right? That's the active classroom. Uh, then if they are using the multimedia or technology in the classroom, they can use various types of communication channels to discuss with each other. Right? That mostly not restrict or not limited to the classroom. Right? Once they are out of the classroom, then also they can gather it through the technology and they can discuss. Then they can argue. Then they can do the project work. Right. That's the feature of the multimedia classroom. Right. Key comparison. Here's compare with some features, passive or traditional, and active or multimedia. That the actually summary of what we discussed from the earlier two slides. And the passive it says static or linear information. Active means the dynamic. Uh, Passive and isolated note taking, collaborative discovery. Passive teacher centered. Active means student centered. Passive and passive, the environment muted or low energy time, vibrant or high energy and active multimedia. Right, that's the summary of what we discussed from the earlier two slides. Right, another short activity, try to answer this one. Short activity, MCQ type, all the answers are available on your devices. Uh, Touch on the correct one. Only one of you send in the answer. Then what happened to others? Now four. Before showing your answers, please try to send in more answers. 19 of you are already joined with the presentation. Right here, the question is which of the following best describe key difference between passive and active? That earlier we discussed these features. Right, based on that, you can easily get the answer. Not difficult one, right? The direct question. Most of you are saying the yellow color one. Active learning shifts the focus from teacher-centered delivery to student-centered facilitate. Yes, that's the correct one. Right? Active learning. That always they are trying to focus the teacher from teacher-centered to student-centered facilities. Right, five of you are giving the correct answer. You can change the others can change the answer now. Right, now I am stop this activity. Moving to next one. Right here again, the transformation of learning. Right, when transformation of learning, that means teacher-centered to student-centered. Right here, you have to consider these facts also. Passive recipient. Right? That means the moving away from information consumption without critical thought. Right? That one specific feature there. If transformation from teacher-centered to student-centered, that they are not just referring information. Always try to get information with critical thoughts. Right? That critically they are developed. They are compare the information, compare and their validation. They are doing various kind of validation, then only they are getting the information. Always the critical thought, they are developing the critical thoughts, passive recipients. Then active participants engage with content through interactive choices and feedback. Right? Always when converted, when transformation from teacher to student centered, right? That engagement is very high. That content through interactive choices and feedback. That always having the interactive features. Because of this interactive features, adding interactive features, the feedback is improved. Right? The both way, right? The teacher's feedback and the student feedback also improve because of this interactive features. Inclusive discovery. Multimedia tools cater to diverse learning channels simultaneously. Right? Another thing that we have to consider, or that's actually a big advantage, that multimedia tools help to cater the diverse learning that our students, there are different styles of learning they are having, that based on their age or grade level or their mental level, they are having different learning styles. The multimedia support you to identify these different levels of learning, right? Learning ways of learning. That's also another advantage or big benefit because of transferring teacher-centered to student-centered. Then collaborative spirit, technology bridge the gap between individual study and group exploration. That's also easily you can get that point. Uh, Student-centered mean always they are focused to encourage to do the group explorations. Right. Then remember these points also. Then move to the next slide. Another activity. Try to answer this one. Right. Based on the earlier slide, this question, I think when I explain, while I explain, you can take short notes or screenshot. Then your session, then your point of view, you have to actively participate the sessions. Right. Therefore, while I'm teaching or thing explained, you can take notes, screenshot, then giving responses. Right, that I'm again showing this slide. Right, now moving to the question. Right, still five of you are send the answers. Try to send more answers. Here, according to the slide, how do multimedia tools contribute to inclusive discovery in learning environment? Right, then look at the answers here. Only six of you are giving the answers. Right, all of you are giving the correct answer, green color one, by catering to diverse learning channels simultaneously. Right, that must be the answer. Seven, not the other colors. Right, one marked as the blue color one. limited amount of the information a passive recipient has to consume. That's we can directly we can identify that's the incorrect one. Right, 8 of you are giving the answers. That's not enough. 19 of you are already joined with the presentation. Therefore, at least half of you have to give in the answers. Why you are not giving the answers? Right. Right, now moving to the next slide, theoretical foundation that earlier I mentioned. The second part that try to identify the theory, one of the particular theory that regarding the multimedia learning. That is called the cognitive theory of multimedia learning. Right, that founder of the cognitive theory of multimedia learning is the Mayer. Right, in short, CTML, cognitive theory of multimedia learning. Right, again one asked to share the link. Right, again I'm going to share the link here. Right, okay. Now try to identify this theory based on the dual core, that also known as the dual core theory, because they assume that Richard Mayer, that's the full name, he assumed that as a human being, the information are collected based on 12 dual channel. As a human, they are having the two channel to collect the information. Right? One way of collecting the information as a visuals. The other way is through the verbal or voices, audio. Right? Based on that theory, they are produce this multimedia theory there. Right, here giving the learning is integration of sensory data into long-term memory structure. That here read out this Richard Mayer's core work. We cannot effectively use tool without understanding how our mind process information from there. Successful learning happens when students organize separate visual and verbal fragments into coherent mental models. Right, that here the theory explained as a paragraph that here explained about the visual and verbal fragments. The mainly as a human being, they are collecting information based on the visuals and verbal fragments. Only consider that two channels here. But actually as a human having more channels to collect the information. Right? For example, the touch is another channel. By touching also, the human brain collect the information, but may are not considered that other channels, only visual and verbal. That means eye and ear. Right. Next slide. That the two channel here explained about the two channel, auditory or verbal channel and visual pictorial channel. Visual or pictorial channel. Then auditory channel means the process spoken narration and sounds, right? Through ear. The human ear, they can collect the spoken narration through the spoken narration and sounds. They can collect the information. Right. The other way of collecting the information through the eye, right? As a form of images, animation, or on-screen text, right? Form of on-screen text also they can collect the information through the they are using as a human being, they are using eye to collect the visual information, right? That may assume that only two channels, as humans they are using only two channels to collect the information, right? Here it last says the learning is optimized when both channels are used coordinated fashion. Right, you can optimize your learning process if they can use these both channels used in the coordinated fashion, right? Remember that name. Right, then when they are using these two channels, that may actually do us one other assumption that says the limited capacity. It says that limited capacity. If you are using eye to collect the visual information, that means as a human, they are not capable of identify all the information from the channel, 100% of the information from the pictures. Right? The similar thing when we are hearing something. Right? As a human being, they are not able to identify all the 100% information from hearing or visuals. If you are in a class, right, only suppose you are hearing, no, you are not doing any other things. Right? After 1 hour time, only you can remember 5% of the information. Right? If you are only hearing in the classroom. If you are doing visually, only with the visual things, that more than that. Right? That the best way, that means if you are compare the auditory and the visuals, right? That more things you can remember from getting the things getting from the visuals. Right. I think that you can get an idea about what is the multimedia cognitive theory. Richard Mayers. That's the theory behind the multimedia in education. Right. Then look at this one also. Sensory input, visual filtering and audio filtering. Right. That's we discussed earlier that part also. Visual filtering, eyes capture raw images and text from multimedia presentation. And that if you are having a multimedia presentation or digital tool, normally they are having this visual and auditory things. And the students get more things from the visuals than the auditory things. Right. Actually, these visuals are we are using for different purpose, and auditories we are using for different things. That later you will understand how we use these visuals and auditory with the presentations or digital tools, digital aids. Right. Then look at the next slide. A summary of cognitive flow, visuals and auditory slides. Right. Normally in visuals, work in memory pictorial models, auditory slides, verbal model. Right. That visual, that working with the pictorial models, the pictures, diagrams, photos, uh, that type of things you can consider as the visual side. Verbal models, that under auditory slide, you can consider the audio, that your own voice or any other types of audio, spoken things, narrations, these kinds of things under auditory side. Right, that's about the theory. Then I think next slide, yes, not the activity. Reducing the way of reducing the cognitive load. Right, that means if you are preparing a visual or digital aids to your students, then the one thing is you want to consider, you want to reduce the cognitive load. That means your student should be understand your visuals very easily, clearly, without any issues. Right. Therefore, there are some steps you can take for reducing the cognitive load. Right now, we are going to identify, especially we are having 3 steps. By following these 3 steps, you can reduce this cognitive load. And to reduce the cognitive load, means your students can be able to easily understand what you are going to give in through the slides. Right. Now, try to understand these 3 steps. The first one, principles of coherence. Right? And this concept before showing your presentation or your digital aids to your students, you need to remove the unnecessary things. Right? In your presentation slide, maybe they are having many unnecessary background music, so trivias like that, unrelated things may have in with your presentation. The first thing you need to remove this unnecessary part. By removing these unnecessary things, you can improve your visuals. Right. The first steps you want to consider the principles of coherence. The second one, look at the principles of contiguity. Here they are considered about the text, right? When you are preparing, presenting the text, right? Then how you can prepare this text? That spaces you want to consider the language, spaces, and also the image with text. Right? If you are using images with text as a labels, then they are saying all the labels should close with the parts. Right? Suppose you are going to introduce or you are going to teach in parts of tree, right? Then all the part, the labels should be very close with the each component, each part of the tree. Right? If it is somewhat far from the parts, that means the issue student will not be understand or difficult to understand these parts. Right? That's under this concept you want to consider the spaces, that text and the especially the text. Right? Using text with images also another thing under this concept. Right? Then third one, the principles of redundancy. That means sometimes you are doing or you are preparing the multimedia thing. The same thing you are going to put the same thing again and again. Right? That's not a good practice when preparing the presentation or digital aids. Right? Then you want to remove these things that finally, before presenting this in front of your student, you need to remove the things that you repeatedly do. Right? That is called the principles of redundancy. Right. These are the things you want to consider when preparing your multimedia presentation or digital aids. Right, now moving to the toolkits, audio visual aids. Right, under toolkit, what we are going to do is the compare. Right, old way and new way. Visual aid evaluation. Under that, we are going to compare the things you are using in the classroom traditionally and things you are using modern classroom. So with multimedia things. Right, that first one, the old way, the chalkboard, flashcard, or overhead transparencies. I think all of you are having some experience regarding these traditional tools. Chalkboard, flashcard, right? I think all of you are familiar with the flashcard. Actually, today, the modern environment, the digital flashcard also available with your smartboard. If you are having a smartboard, you can use this digital flashcard. Right? There are various tools available in the internet and offline tools also available to create the digital flashcard. Right? Overhead transparency is another device that earlier they are using. Uh, Instead, now to the modern days, they are using multimedia projectors. Right? Instead overhead projectors. Right? You need overhead projectors to work with the transparency papers. New ways, high resolution infographics, 3D models, and online mind maps. Right? For your teaching and learning process, you can use high resolution infographics. Right? There are some tools available in the internet. Using that, you can create very advanced infographics. Right? What's the difference between normal image and infographics image? Infographics is also type of image. Right? It explain the things. There is a more explanation. The image you can create with more explanation. That's the infographics. Right? 3D models also help support your student to understand the things easily. 3D models. Online mind map. Normally, mind map we are using to improve the students' critical thinking, the thinking skills. Right. Now available, there are some tools that later I will introduce. You can use these online tools to create the mind maps also. Right. Then auditory, when consider the auditory aid evaluation, then try to identify the old ones. But earlier we identified the visuals, right? Visual aid, right? Visual aid, what are the old things and new things. This slide explains about the auditory aids. Then look at the old ones, audio cassettes, radio broadcast, especially language teaching. The language teachers, they are using the audio cassette to improve the listening skills, or radio broadcast, or television. Television also now we can consider the old technology. Then look at the new ways for the auditory development, podcast, right? Then high fidelity digital recording, right? That type of things normally we are using modern days as a auditory aids, that recording devices, speakers, that mean Bluetooth speakers, podcasts, right? These are the things you can modernly available for auditory evaluation. Then next one, audio visual, that both together, right? That earlier we considered separately the visuals and audio. Now take together audio visual evaluation. Then what are the old things? Film stripe, the VCR tapes, or TV. That could be the TV considered at that point here, television. Modern days, that what are the available tools? YouTube, screen recording, live virtual tours. Right, that YouTube, I think all of you know that the YouTube is a website that available the various kind of video. Based on your topic, you can search the video. Right, just give the your topic and you can get hundreds of YouTube videos there. Then you can download the video and you can use it. Then screen recording is another audio visual thing. You can consider that one. Whatever the presentation in the screen, you can record it for the later use. Right? That's called the screen recording. Screen recording tools available separately. Then live virtual tour, another way of another example for audio visual. That virtual reality technology you can use to create the live virtual tours. Right. That's about audio visual. Then toolkit comparison also there, visual, that earlier we learned in the previous slide, and the visual flashcard and chalkboards, and the digital 3D models and infographics. Auditory, the cassette radio, and digital counterparts, podcast, hi-fi, audio. Audio visual, VCR, film stripes, and YouTube virtual tours. Right, that's a summary of what we discussed from the earlier slides. Right, okay, then what about you? You are listening and I'm talking here. All right, is it clear for the things? Right, I need some feedback from you.
Mm, yes.
Oh. What about the others? One hand raise here. Uh, Not now, no hand raise, so down now. At least send a message, right? Is it okay or clear? Or if you're having any issues, then you can message it, right? Right, okay, most of you are saying yes, okay, then I assume that most of you are okay with my presentation and way of teaching, right? Okay, now moving to the next slide. I think here digital presentation tool. Now we are going to focus. If you have any question, right? Digital presentation tools. Under this part, we are going to identify the tools that you can use to create the digital aids, teaching learning aids, digital base. Presentation is one example for digital aids, right? Modern presentation tools here explain about the features and examples for modern presentation tool set. Slide base. Some of the tools available, you can create digital aids based on the slides. Right? Slide base. That is called slide base. I think already you have experience slide based tools, PowerPoint and Google Slide. Right? Do you have experience PowerPoint? I think all of you are creating the PowerPoint slide presentations. Right? Am I correct? What about Google Slides? Right? Another way of creating the presentation that is online or internet based. The main difference, that's the main difference, that PowerPoint is offline. You need the software for that. Microsoft Office. You need to install this software on your computer. But if you are using Google Slides, in that case, no particular software need to install on your computer. That is internet based. If you have an internet facilities, then you can use the Google Slides. Right? Actually, the slide presentation I am using to explain, teaching to you, create with the Google Slides. Right? Not only Google Slides, some other tools I'm integrate with another tool called Peer Deck. Then only I can make interactive presentation. Right? That first, however, you need to familiar with the Google Slides. Then non-linear. Right? That means the dynamic presentation. You can create the dynamic or nonlinear presentation using Prezi and Genially. Right? That means the nonlinear or dynamic mean if you want to add drag and drop operations or buttons. Right? Once you click on the buttons, then produce the immediate feedback. That kind of things categorized under nonlinear or dynamic. Right here, I'm going to focus the gene that next I am going to give in a demonstration and also giving some examples also before demonstration. Then you can get idea about what kind of digital material you can create with the gene. Actually, the Prezi is not free. You need to spend money for that. There is a part free, but mainly if you want to get more facilities, you need to register with them with financially. But Genially also not free, but more facilities than the free. They are given free. Right? Therefore, one best tool to create the digital material is Genially. Right? That's why I introduced the Genially to create the digital aid. Right? Once I am introducing it, then you can continue. Right? Otherwise, it will not work. Right? Once I am giving one example to how to create it, then from that point you want to understand or you want to do it yourself. That here within bracket giving a zoomable map, right? That through the Genially you can create such kind of things, zoomable map or clickable images. Clickable images mean you can convert your image into clickable. Right? There are some areas of the image will be able to clickable. Right? It is good for actually if you are doing some parts of tree. That same example, like getting for this here also. Right? That first you need to create a clickable image to teach parts of tree. The student point of view, they are able to click some parts, right? Parts of the tree. Once click on the flower, for example, then it will describe what is that flower, the types of flower, that large image, that way. Also, if you want, then you can add image, video also, or your own voice. One student clicks some area on the image, that you can add your own voice. Describe that particular area with your own voice. Right. Here one asks, explain more about the Google slide. Right. Okay. I will show how to open the Google slide, then how to create a presentation with the Google Slides, right? It's not very difficult. Only 5 minutes need to do that, right? Okay, that first focus on these tools, then I will show that part. Then web or scrolling, right? If you want to create some websites, simple websites, right, web layouts, then Sway or Canva. The Sway mean actually simple website, right? You can create Sway using Canva. As well, another tool called Google Site. Right? Google Site is very useful tool to create the simple website, not slides, right? Not conflict there. Slide is separate. Site is another. And I suppose to in your assignment, based on the Google site, that I'm asking you to create a simple e-portfolio. That later I will explain it, right? Then you can create it based on the Google site. That later I will explain how to use Google site and all thing. Then I'm assign the site. Then interactive video. Here the examples are puzzles and H5P. Interactive video mean the same time the video running, the same time the student are able to send in the answers for question. And you can create interactive video. That means first open the video, then after little time, there's a question appear from the video. If the student want to continue, the student must give the answers. Right? Student must give the answers. After giving the answer, then continue the video. That's the video activity. Right? Edpuzzle, actually Edpuzzle is not work now. That somewhat old tool. That H5P is okay, but it is not free. Another free version is available. The tool called Nearpod. Right? In the Nearpod, there's a facility given to create the video activity. That is free. Right. Again, later that Nearpod I am introduced the later. Uh, right. These are the common tools. You can use these tools to create the uh, digital aids. Right. We are starting with Genially. Right. Before that, I explained that briefly. I'm taking 5 minutes to explain the Google slide because one student asked that. Right. Before moving to that part, that look at these examples. Right. Under Genially, you can click on this link. There are 4 examples here. Click each one and get some experience. What kind of things you can create? Then you can get idea about what kind of things you can do with the Genially. Here I'm also click on the first one. Right. Once click on this first link, it will appear the picture or visual like that. In this visual, explain about digital infrastructure. That if you want to learn about what is digital infrastructure, then you can learn it through this visual. Right? That individually, that self-learning, actually another skill. You can develop the self-learning skills from that type of visuals. Right? Here under digital infrastructure, there are 5 key components. Network, right? If you are getting your mouse to network, right, under network, then it shows the things you want to know. Under network, you want to know what is internet, 5G, fiber cables, right? At least these things you need to know as a teacher. Fiber, Right, okay, back to class again. Then if you are moving to this main part, if you are moving your mouse to main part, then it will display the things you want to do under each part, right? The cloud service, then under that you want to know what is Google Drive, Microsoft Drive, that type of things. Right, then if you want to know these things from your voice, right, then you can click this voice icon. Right? That's a visual that integrate text, pictures, and visuals that earlier we learned. That's the multimedia content. In this visual, having three multimedia content: text, pictures, and voice. Can you understand that? That if you are having this link, then you can click the voice also. Then you can learn it. You can put it in your own language. Right. Then look at the another link, second one. I think you are also doing the things with me. Second one also the same link, no? Right, all of the links are same here. Yes, that accidentally I am putting the same link for uh, all of that. Right. Okay. Okay. I think you can get idea about the kind of things you can do with the Genial. Right. Through the Genially, that actually I am going to explain how to add the drag and drop operation. How to do a drag and drop operation through the Genial. Right. Once I am giving this information, then you can do the other things also. Right. In yourself, you have to get the information and learn it. Right. Before that, I think one student asked how to do the Google presentation, Google slide. First, you need to open the Google. Right here, explain the way of creating a Google slide presentation. The first step, you need to open the Google. First, that make sure that you are login with your email. Make sure that you are login with your email. You can get it by looking at the profile picture, right? Uh, right corner, top corner, your profile picture is available. If your profile picture is there, then you are logging in. That otherwise you want to sign in. Right. Once get the Google search in the search bar, type Google slide. Google slide. Then search it. Right. After searching, click on the very first link. This one, Google slide presentation slideshow maker. This is the link you want to expand. Right. Click on here. Once you click on there, then you are getting it to Google slide page. Right. Now you are in the Google slide page. Right. Once you get the Google slide page, again you want to sign in. The sign in button, that there are two places you can see the sign in button. One is located here in the left, the lower corner, sign in. The other one right top corner. Right. Either button, you can click one of the button there. Right. Click on sign in button. Click on sign in here. Right. Once you click on the sign in button, can you hear me? Please
Yes, sir.
tell me some. Okay. Right. Once you click on the sign in button, then you will appear the screen like that. Right. This is the environment where you are starting your Google Slides. If you are new with the Google Slide, actually in the this bottom environment, bottom background is empty. Right, because the bottom environment is showing all your already work. Right? Already created presentation appear this in the this recent presentation area. If you are new for this environment, nothing available in this recent presentation. That's the empty area. Right. Suppose you need to create a new presentation. Right. If you are going to create a new presentation, click on blank presentation. Right. Click on blank presentation. Available left top corner. There's a plus mark, big plus mark there. Click on this big plus mark here, blank presentation. Right. Once you click on this blank presentation, then you will appear the screen like that. Here, very similar to PowerPoint environment. Okay. From that point, I think you can do it yourself also. This is very similar to PowerPoint. Right? That templates is available. If you are using these templates, then you can select one of the template here. Otherwise, you can close this template bar. Right? Then you have more space. Right here, the title slide, then according to your topic or your lesson, you can set the title. Okay. For example, suppose add numbers, your title is add numbers, then you can type it in the title slide. Right, then all the editing environment here, editing bar is available. You can change the font size, bold, underline, italic, text color, right? All of the editing, text editings are available in this bar here. If you want to add new slide, then click on the insert and click on new slide. The new slide is available here. Right. Then you can add other multimedia content, right, to the slide. Text, you can add text, images, video, audio, animation, right? That whatever the multimedia content that we learn, right, you can add for the presentation, like PowerPoint. Right? Is it okay for the student that asked that question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. That's about Google slide presentation. Right now we are moving to the presentation, our presentation slides here that we are stopped here genially. Now I'm going to give you a demonstrate how to use genially also. Right. If you are working with the laptop, then please follow the steps with me, and whatever the creation you are doing, you can share. Right. You can share through the chat box here. Right. Therefore, try to follow the steps what I am doing in the screen. Right. First, open a Google slide. Right. Then type genially. Right. Once you search genially, then you can open this set of links page. From these links, select very first one, genially, the easiest way to create interactive experience. This is the one you want to click. Right. Once you click, if you are using very first time, that usually you need to sign up. Right here that I already sign up with this account. Therefore, they are not asking for the sign up. Directly open my account. But if you are doing this first time, right, that I'm going to show it also. Right, to show that I need to sign out from my account. Right, I log out from my account. Then I am going to show it from the beginning again. Well, then type genially. Search it. Then click on the very first link. Right. Once you click on the very first link, then you will find the screen like that. Right. If you follow this step, then your screen also like that. Right. Once you get this screen, then the first step you need to sign up. Right. If you are doing this first time, then you need to sign up. The sign up button is available right top corner. This blue color button. Click on the sign up. Right. Once you sign up, then they are asking some questions. Create your free account. Which option best describe your role? Education, company and professionals, student. Right. Better to select this one, education. Right. Then they are asking you to way of sign up. The sign up you can do with using one of the options here. Using your Google account or Microsoft account if available, or any other. If you are having your Facebook account, that also you can use it. Right. The easiest way to sign up is using your Google account. Therefore, click on the sign up with Google. Right. Once you sign up, click that button. Then they are asking to select the particular Google account. Right. In your environment also like that. Right. Here list out your email account. Then you can select the particular email that you are using to sign up. Right. In my case, I am selecting this one. Right. Then click on the continue. Right. Then open your account. Right. That's the end of sign up process. Is it okay at that point? Right. After you sign up, then log in. After you log in it, then you are getting the environment like that. Right. Here in this case also, in this middle environment, in the background, having already created activities. Right. I'm now going to do one example, drag and drop operation. Right. Suppose you need to, there are three labels and three pictures. Right. Then you need to drag the correct label to close to correct picture. Right. That's the activity we are going to do. Right. To do that, first you need to click on the Create Genially button, the button available right top corner. Click on the Create Genially. Right. Once you click that button, then there are options from template, blank creation, like that. Click on the blank creation. Select this one, blank creation. Right. Then you have to wait, open the next screen. It will take, depend on your internet speed. Right. Here now you're getting the environment that used to create your design. It's like a slide, right? In this environment, very similar to slide presentation slide. Right. That first you need to, that according to our activity, what we are going to do, what we are going to create, that activity, we need pictures and three label. Right. First you need to design that part. Right. First, you need to add pictures. Actually, using the internet, you can get the pictures. Just you can copy and paste to here. Otherwise, there are some pictures available in this environment also. Right. If it is matched with your requirement, then you can use it. Otherwise, any picture you can get from the internet and copy and paste to here. Right. For this example, I am going to use some uh, pictures from here. Right, look at the black color bar, side bar in this environment, left side, there is a black color bar. Right here, available options, text, resource. Look at these options, interactive elements, interactive questions, widgets, insert, style, background. Right here, select the resource. Right, under resource, there are some pictures available. Right? Or you can search the pictures. If you are having your local disk, you can upload your images or already available some images in this environment. Right, you can use these things also. Right, I'm going to use some shapes instead of pictures. Suppose I'm using a cat shape. Then more by clicking show more, you can get more images, more shapes. Then you can scroll down. You can find more ones. Then change the tabs here. Right, from by clicking this third tab, you can get more shapes. Suppose bicycle and arm or gloves. I'm not sure. It's say glove. Right. Once you get the pictures, you can locate it. Right. According to your requirement, you can locate these pictures. Also, you can resize it. Right. Uh, you can change the colors according to your requirements or your idea. You can change the things. Right. That, for example, suppose this bicycle. And if I need to change the color, click on the bicycle. Right, then color options, select on the color options and select the particular color. Right, the same steps you can follow for other shapes also. Right, now 3 pictures are okay. The next thing is you need to put the label, create the labels. Right, normally to create the label, you can use text option, click on the text. Then click on the text type you need to insert, suppose title 2. Right, now you can give in these names of these pictures separately. Right, suppose the first one, bicycle. Right, in that you can put this thing as a text also. That actually I'm earlier told you to use of buttons. Right, therefore better to add the button, right, not a text. To add the buttons, then click on the interactive elements. In this black color bar, there's an option called interactive elements. Click on the interactive elements. Right. Under interactive elements, find the place buttons. Right. You can scroll down, then find the place buttons. I think you can see in the screen. From this button, select text button here. Black color one, text. Click on the text button. Right. Once you this text button is now available on the slide. Now change the name of this text button. Default one text button. You can remove the default one and you can give your own. Right. Say bicycle. Right. Then again, if need, you can large the size of the button. Font size also you can change. You can do change the colors also, right? According to your requirement, you can do this editing, right? I'm not going to do these editings. Now the first label is okay. Right, now you can get a copy of this label, select all and Control C, copy. To paste, Control V. So second label. Then get another copy. This one, third label. Right, now change the name. Here, second one, say glove. Third one, say cat. Right. In that change the names of labels also. Right. Now, our task is we want to drag these buttons to particular picture, the relevant picture. Okay. Now our design is okay. Now we are going to convert this design into uh, clickable drag and drop operation. Right. Now look at how to do that. The first you need to uh, set this button with this bicycle picture. Right. Then click on the button. Once you click on the button, then there are two options. Right. You can appear two options: interactivity, animation. Right. From these options, select interactivity because we are going to set the interactivity operation. Look at again. First, click on the button. Once you click on the button, there are two options, available two options, interactivity and animation. From these two, select interactivity because we are going to interactivity features for this operation. Select interactive. Then what? Look at what happening. Click on interactivity. Once you click on the interactivity, then there's a bar. Right side, there is an interactivity bar is appear. Then look at the my screen. Uh, in the sidebar, in the right side, there is a interactivity called this name of this bar. Right. Under content, there are 5: open window, show tooltips, play audio, drag and drop. And there are other options also. Go to page, web link, like that. That means if you are click on the button, then what you want to do? You can select one of the option here. Once you click bicycle button, then if you want to put a description, then you can click open window. Right? If you click on the button bicycle, then if you need to add your own voice to description, then click play audio. Right. But this time I am going to convert this button as drag and drop. Therefore, I am going to select this one, drag and drop. Right. Then what happened? If you click on the drag and drop, then you can find the environment like that. Right now, I am going to do the first one. I want to set this bicycle to the relevant picture. Right. Then look at when I move in the mouse. Right. Move in the mouse. Then a dotted arrow move in the same place. Right. I am going to set this dotted arrow with the bicycle. I am moving on the bicycle. Then dotted rectangle appear. Just click on it. Right. Once click on there, this dotted arrow is set with the picture. Right. Now click save button. The save button is available at the bottom. Right. Click on the save button. Right. Now same step follow for other pictures. Now you want to set glove. Click on the glove. Click interactivity. Under interactivity bar, click on the drag and drop. Right. From this picture, now set the glove and the relevant picture. Move your mouse to the glove and click on it and save button. Okay, is it clear? Right, now finally you need to set do the same operation for cat. Now someone tell me what are the operation I need to do. What are the operation I need to know? I need to know, do now. First, click on the cat. Then interactivity. Now select drag and drop from the interactivity bar. Right. Now set the dotted arrow with the relevant picture and save. Right now, we are complete all the operation for this activity. You can view this one in the preview. Right before publishing, you can get a preview by clicking the preview icon that available at the corner of the slide, lower right corner. Click on the preview icon. Once you click on the preview icon, now try to do your operation. Bicycle should drag. Right now it is draggable, this button. Try to put in another picture in on the cat. Right. I am try to put this bicycle, this button in on the cat. Right. But not fitted there in that button in this cat. Right. Now I am going to do it correctly. Try to put this bicycle, this label on the bicycle. Right now fitted it. Right, now it is okay. Right. Glove. I am try to put in the cat, but not fix it there. Try to put in the correct picture. It is fixing. Right. That's the drag and drop activity. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir.
Please tell me. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay now? Can you hear me? Right. I think it is okay. If you are having any problem regarding this activity, then you can discuss now. If you are creating a link that is still not time showing how to get the link. Right? I assume that you are also follow these steps with me and create a activity. Right. I am giving 2 minutes to complete that. After that, I am showing how to get the link. Right. Once I am showing how to get the link, then try to get your own link and then share it. Right. Right. Try to complete your own one. Right. I think time is okay for this activity. Now I'm going to show in how to get the link. Right. Once I show in how to get the link, then try to get your own link and then share it. Right. Here in the right top corner, there's a button called share. Right. Button called share. Click on the share button. Click on the share button. Right.
Okay, sir.
Here there is a question. Yes. Any issue? Then you can ask it.
No, sir, no.
Right. Once you click share, then there is a question who can see this creation. There's a drop down here. Click on the drop down. Then select anyone with the link. Anyone with the link. Right. Select this option. Anyone with the link. Right. Once click the anyone with the link, now the copy link button is active. Right. Click the copy link button. The link is available in this box. You can just copy this link by clicking the button here. Click on copy link. Right. Copy the link and paste it in the chat box or any other place your students are there. Here I am going to put this link in the chat box. Then yourself you can check the my creation now. Right here now I am put this link in the chat box. Now click on the link. Then you can test my creation here. Right, like that I need to check your creation. Therefore, create the link and share in the chat box. Right, try to do the yes, Helica, no. Send the link now. I am going to click this link, Helica Sun. Yes, cloud and faces. Try to move the yes. I am going to put this in the wrong picture. Yes, not fix in there. If I do it for the correct picture, it is okay. The faces, yes. Only the text is moving there, drag in the because you are do that for the text, not for the button, right? The button you insert in later. Right, okay, that's also okay. That earlier I'm starting with the text. Uh, Instead of text, you can add the buttons, right? That I'm already showing how to take the buttons. Right, very good. Then
Sir, excuse
we'll
me,
see
sir. Can
another.
you explain me how to drag that also
That means
after that only I text?
that mean how to get the buttons instead of text. You're asking how to insert the buttons.
No, there. So can you see that empty color, yellow color one?
That's also a movie, no? Yes. But that you are
How
separately do for the text
separate?
and buttons.
Mm.
That's why that thing happen. You need to when you are selecting right both together text and the button the all of this thing you want to select at once right in your
Okay,
case you
sir.
are selected separately that's the reason
Okay. Okay.
right
Thank you.
anyone else. Mhm. Try to put your link only one that link is available and if you are creating the link then you can share it. Right, try to create one at least before ending the class. Then try to put your link here. That meantime, I am moving back to the Genially environment. This is my Genially environment. Then also you can add another feature, interactive questions. Right. Look at the black color bar here. Right. There is an option called interactive question. Under interactive question, you can add this type of question. Single choices, multiple true or false, image selection, sort, fill in the blank, short answer type. This type of question, all of these questions are interactive. Right? Immediately after a student response, they can get the marks or any type of feedback. Right? Try with yourself. For example, suppose you need to add the multiple choice question. Then you can click on this multiple choice here. Right. Once you click on the multiple choice, then design environment. The question design environment is appeared. Right. Here before that, one thing you need to do, you have to add the slide, another page or slide, because the existing page we are using to create the drag and drop operation here. Therefore, the existing environment you can't use for creating the MCQ or any other type of question. Therefore, you have to add new page. Right? At the bottom, there is a bar that's having option called add page. Click on add page here. Then they're asking you to add blank page. Then click on the blank and click add button here. Right now, you have a new slide or new page here. This new page you can use for adding the questions. Right now, go to this black color bar, click on the interactive question, then click on multiple choice. Right here, the design environment there. Again, the sidebar, right corner, first box for enter the question. Write a question according to your lesson. You can add the question. Here I am adding simple question 2 plus 5. Right. Then answer options. Here 2 plus 5. Right. Answer option you can follow up now. Here for I am giving 3 answer options 7 and 6. Right. You need to mark the correct one also. The correct one is 7. At the end there's a checkbox. You need to mark this checkbox. If they are having any other checkbox mark, then you can remove it. Uh, right, actually the correct answer is already checked. You need to put your correct answer for that particular box here. Right here, I'm going to do it from the beginning. Interactive question, multiple choice. Uh, right, that actually one thing here. There are two question types, multiple choice and single choice. The multiple choice mean the question that have more than one answers. Single choice mean only one answer, right? For here, you want to select the single choice. If you are selecting multiple choice mean you have more than one answers for the question. And that's the difference between this multiple choice and single choice, right? Therefore, the better to select single choice here. Right now, you can put the question. Suppose 2 plus 5 equal, then question marks, then answer options. There here only one answer that already selected this green color checkbox here available. This box for the correct answer. Right, you can't change it. Right now, other boxes you can use to give in the other options. Right now, the designing is okay. there are some other editing options also. If you need, you can change the colors. That also you can set a timer, right? Under action option, right? The second button under action, you can set some feedbacks. If the students are giving the correct answer, then you can set interactivity, right? If the students are giving the correct answer, then you can set effects. Right? Then you need to give in the heart emoji. If the students are giving correct answer, then you need to give in the heart. Then click the heart and click save button. If the student giving wrong answer, then you can click interactivity, add action, effects, suppose disagree. Right. Then you can set play audio option, the timer. It is important. You can add a timer. Within 30 seconds, you want students should want to give the answer. You can change this time. Right, that's the end of designing. You can check it in the preview option. Right, click on the preview button. Right, now select the correct answer, 7. Then student can click on the 7. Then what happened? Once click the 7, then heart emojis you can add. If you are selecting wrong one, then disagree options. Disagreed, I can have it. Right, that's the way adding the interactive that later you can add more question and then try to do more activities there. Right, is it clear that point? Still no anyone else giving the links. Right, that I'm expecting the links at least that as a homework you can create the links and share it next time. I think not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you are having the next class. I'm expecting a few students creating the link and share with us, right? Okay, that's the end of demonstration of the Genially. Right, we are having another few minutes. I'm back into the presentation. Right now, again in the presentation, this is a demonstration of the Genially. Look at the next slide. Here, another tool, book creator. If you want to create digital books, another free tool, right? Using book creator, you can create up to 40 books free. That's the important. Normally, the electronic books and digital books are different. The book creator is the tool that allows you to create in digital books, right? In the electronic books, only you can add text and images to multimedia content. But in the digital books, you can add any type of multimedia content. Text, images, voice, audio, any other things. Right, that for the homework activities, you can assign, you can ask your student to create a booklet regarding based on your lesson topic. Right, then using the book creator, your student may create useful and attractive books. Right, there are some examples here. You can refer the examples. I'm going to click this one. Number 1, digital education. This book is regarding digital education. Right, here there is a button called read now. By clicking on it, you can read the book. Right, now book is open. There's an arrow there. By clicking this arrow, you can turn the page. Right, here the first page regarding what is digital education. You can use any language to add the content. Here the text. Purpose of digital education, there's a voice cycle. Right? If you have difficulties with your students, sometimes difficulties with your reading the things because of eye problems there, then they are very difficult with reading the things. Then better way to, you can put it with the sound. By clicking this voice icon, they can hear the things in the book. Right. Then like that, there are some other digital multimedia contents also available. Right. Then look by here the videos. Right. Here they explain how can create a virtual reality image. Right. This you can refer these videos. Your student can refer these videos to learn how to create VR images like that. Right. This type of things called as digital books. Right. Then look at by clicking the other links also try to get what kind of things there. The second one also another book, digital, or I think this one is regarding, yes, digital. I think the same link is available, no? Right, that I think inserting these links, that's a problem in my side. That is why the same link is available. Right, okay. Here, the things we should want to cover for today's lesson. Today's we learn about the multimedia content or multimedia in education. We learn about the different kind of multimedia like text, images, audio, video, like that. Then also we learn about some theories regarding the multimedia, Mayer's theory especially. Then we learn about some tools that useful for creating visuals for your teaching and learning. Right. We are going to stop the session for today. That any questions, then you can discuss now. Right. If not questions, then we can stop it here. Right. Okay. Here I'm going to stop the session now. Thank you very much for the participation. Good night to you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Good night.
Okay. Welcome. Welcome to you.